Long after Joseph had died, a new Pharaoh came to power in Egypt. He did not remember how Joseph had once saved the land from famine. Instead, he saw the growing Hebrew people and became afraid. Though they lived peacefully in the land of Goshen, Pharaoh feared that their numbers would one day become greater than his own. Fear slowly hardened his heart, and he began to make plans against them. From the windows of his great palace, Pharaoh looked across the fertile land of Goshen. Everywhere he looked, the Hebrew people were growing and prospering. Instead of trusting in wisdom, Pharaoh allowed fear to guide his heart. Fear soon became suspicion, and suspicion prepared the way for cruelty. Pharaoh gathered his advisors into the royal audience hall. Together, they discussed the growing Hebrew population. Rather than seeing people created by God, they saw only a problem to be controlled. Fear often causes people to make decisions they would never make otherwise. At last, Pharaoh summoned 2 Hebrew midwives named Shiphrah and Puah. Quietly, he gave them a terrible command. Whenever a Hebrew baby boy is born, they were to end his life before anyone could know. The king believed no one would ever discover he had ordered this. But Shiphrah and Puah feared God more than they feared Pharaoh. Standing before the most powerful ruler in Egypt, they quietly chose obedience over fear. They would protect every child God entrusted to their care, no matter what the cost. Throughout Goshen, Hebrew mothers continued giving birth. Shiphrah and Puah faithfully welcomed each newborn into the world, placing precious baby boys safely into the arms of grateful parents. Every cry of new life became another quiet victory of faith over fear. Because the midwives honored God, Hebrew families continued to grow stronger. Joy filled their homes as healthy children were welcomed into loving families. Pharaoh believed he controlled the future. God was quietly building his own greater plan. Day after day, Shiphrah and Puah continued serving the people of Goshen. They walked from home to home with humble hearts, caring for mothers and comforting families, and welcoming new life. No crowds applauded them, yet heaven saw every faithful act of love. When Pharaoh learned that the Hebrew baby boys were still alive, he summoned the midwives once more. "Why have you done this?" he demanded. With the wisdom God had given them, they answered respectfully that the Hebrew women gave birth before they could arrive. God gave them both courage and wisdom to answer Pharaoh. Because Shiphrah and Puah feared God, he blessed them and continued to bless his people. As the sun rose over peaceful Goshen, families flourished, children laughed, and new life filled the land. The faithful obedience of 2 ordinary women became part of God's extraordinary plan. And that is the story of Shiphrah and Puah, 2 overlooked heroes whose courage helped preserve the nation through which God would one day send Moses, and, generations later, the promised Messiah. God still sees every act of faithful obedience, and he remains faithful to those who trust him. Thank you for visiting Lampstand Studios. Until next time, let's keep the lamp burning.